Hey, how you doing? So I'm in what I'm calling battleship mode. I've now instituted a new way to do what I need to do. So what I do now is I go with the wipes first, yeah, and then I use my sanitizer. I'm gonna make this quick and painful if I have to, but also just because there's two conversations I'm having in one sitting. And the reason I'm saying that is because, that goes there, is because I think, guys, this is it. We're going into the most crucial point of this battle with the coronavirus. Okay, number one, congratulations, we survived 14 days. But how we behaved in the last 14 days is going to become remarkably and clearly apparent as Mutahi Kagwe continues to give us results. Please bear this in mind. If he starts announcing positive cases in the double digits, please remember it has a significant bearing on how we have behaved in the last 14 days. Okay? And also the fact that, of course, he's testing more people. And remember, we also had an influx of people coming in before we closed the airport on Wednesday last week. So you need to be very, very aware of that. But also be aware that we are right now at battle stations. Mutahi Kagwe put out a powerful, fantastic video, and he asked a very simple question. If Italy, when they were at 31, at 40, at 43, knew then what they know now, what would they have done differently? If Spain knew when they were at 41, 42, if they knew then what they know now, what would they have done differently? We have the advantage of just that, hindsight, theirs, not ours, which means we've been forewarned. What are we gonna do about it? I also think it's all cute that we are on Twitter asking when Parliament will be recalled. And I want Parliament to be recalled so that people who form the legislative arm of government are not on Twitter talking about what is government doing. Your government. You are in the seat of power. What are you talking about? But I think there is more process to recalling Parliament in the age of Corona than we imagine. I'd like to think that the Speaker himself will, once he decides would like to recall Parliament and decide on the day, he will ask for all members of Parliament to be tested. Results will be 3 to 4 days in coming back. And once he knows what that baseline looks like, then he can put those people in one room. But remember, who is the Speaker dealing with? Some of the most arrogant and most difficult people known to man. And guess who elected them? Us. So we also need to chill, As these guys have their moments, they become prima donnas and they don't want to sit down. But please think about it. The president made the announcement about taxation and other things that actually need to be legislated, okay, for them to become law. So there will need to be amendments to the finance bill. For that to happen, Parliament must be recalled. For Parliament to be recalled, the Speaker must ask himself, how do I put 300 plus people in a room when I don't know the status? I mean, he could end up wiping out the entire legislature then again, but that's all I'm going to say. So let's think about that. I'd also like to say, work with Mutahi Kagwe in every way. Work with him. Maybe you don't want to hear work with government, you don't want to hear work with Uhuru. Okay, work with Mutahi Kagwe in every way. Which means if he asks you to behave, behave. If he asks you to go home early, go home early. We are at battle stations, all of us. And a lot of what he will be saying this week has a very big bearing on how we behaved in the last 14 days. Okay? And the next 14 days are make or break for us. I think we need to be very, very clear about that. I've got questions for him. I'm allowed to ask questions. I don't have dumb ones. I want his press conferences to be a little more meaty, a bit more weighty. I want to know what's happening at county level. I want to know, how many more ICU facilities we've put in place, how many more people we've hired, how many more people we've deployed. Because here's the other thing with the legislators. Thank goodness we don't have any. Do we have senators talking out of turn yet? And it's just this, shame on you as a politician. I mean, shame on you. You're very big at going to BBI rallies, but now you won't go to your own constituency and ask people to be vigilant. Shame on you. You're not only pathetic, because at pathetic, you're at your best. The next level after that is that you're inept, incompetent, and impotent. If you think that you can tweet like the rest of us, you have power, which we gave you. What are you doing with it? But anyway, like I said, I was going to make this quick and painless. Oh, I also wanted to conclude with just one thing. We just found out Makangas can do their job without touching people. So can we maintain that even after Corona? Very good. So the only reason I'm logging off is there's something I need to do. The bills I want to pay, they're due. I don't want to come off the end of this thing owing people, but also creating a debt burden for myself that is just too heavy to carry. Of course, naturally, now I'm doing my payments through Pessalink. However, so thank you for coming onto my platform and then telling me you're not telling everybody everything. And I'm like that you get a receipt when you make payment to Pessalink. Okay, thank you for telling me. All you had to do was comment below. And then everybody would know. But I love you for doing that. And yes, it's true. When you make a payment with Pessalink, okay, it's free. It is real-time money. Pay your bills. This is the time when you're paying your bills, you're even paying people. Do it with Pessalink. And yes, you get a receipt so that post-corona, somebody doesn't tell you, ukunilipa, ebuni oneshe, iko wapi, you will get a receipt. Okay? I shall be back with the difficult conversation. Give me 30 minutes. I got some stuff I need to do. All right? Stay safe. Stay home. Sanitize twice as hard as you've been doing the last 1 week. And by the way, Iki 2 is when there's no soap and water around. Otherwise, wash your hands with soap and water to the length of the happy birthday song, because that's how I'm doing it with the kids.